Manchester United are making waves in the market with their eyes set on a Barcelona star. Who could it be? We'll dive into that. Meanwhile, Arsenal have reached a decision on Victor Osimhen, a name that's been on everyone's lips. And there's an interesting development at Old Trafford. Marcus Rashford seems to be finding his feet without Ten Hag's guidance. All this and much more in today's issue, and you do not forget to put a like, click on the bell and subscribe. You done yet? Then we can get started. Manchester United are now open to sanctioning the big money departure of their academy graduate amid interest from Paris Saint-Germain. Despite being a local hero and one of United's highest earners on around £300,000 per week, Rashford's dramatic loss of form last season has left the club bewildered. The 26-year-old managed just 8 goals across all competitions after netting 30 times the previous campaign. Off-field disciplinary issues have also been a concern for Erik Ten Hag's side, with the new Ineos ownership keen to tighten the wage structure at Old Trafford. United are now willing to cash in if a suitable big money offer arrives in the coming months. PSG have reignited their interest and made Rashford one of their prime targets to replace the outgoing Kylian Mbappe. The French giants were previously linked with Napoli's Victor Osimhen, but have cooled that interest. Manager Luis Enrique prefers adding a winger over a striker as he trusts Gonzalo Ramos and Randal Colomwani centrally. A move to PSG would likely represent Rashford's best option to remain in elite European football while earning wages close to his current United deal. While lucrative offers have arrived from Saudi Arabian clubs, the forward is reluctant to jeopardize his England career at this stage. Ten Hag and club captain Bruno Fernandes remain crucial to United's long-term plans under the new regime. However, the same cannot be said for Rashford after his struggles this past season. Intermediaries have been informed that the club will not stand in his way amid concrete interest from PSG. After missing out on Gareth Southgate's England squad for Euro 2024, Rashford's future at United could be resolved before pre-season as he aims to reignite his career away from Old Trafford. Manchester United are ready to cash in and PSG are lurking. Chelsea have made contact with Nottingham Forest regarding Brazilian defender Murillo. The Blues are exploring possibilities for the 21-year-old centre-back as they look to bolster their defensive options. Understand Forest value Murillo at around £70 million, but Chelsea not willing to meet that price. Potential swap deal being considered, with Blues open to including players in negotiations. Chelsea see Murillo as ideal fit for a youth-oriented project under new coach Enzo Maresca. No formal bid yet, but situation to watch in coming weeks. Other clubs also monitoring, including Atletico Madrid, who made an approach in March. Nottingham Forest need to sell before June 30th due to FFP concerns. Moussa Niakate, close to joining Lyon, medical scheduled. Orel Mangala, also in talks with Lyon. Murillo joined Forest from Corinthians last summer for £11.2 million, impressive debut Premier League season, named Forest's Player of the Year. Any deal would take time to complete. Chelsea have already signed Tosin Adarabioyo on a free transfer from Fulham as Thiago Silva replacement. Murillo seen as potential long-term defensive solution. Corinthians entitled to 10% of any future fee for Murillo. Forest's £70 million valuation reflects players' potential and importance to the team. Chelsea's interest first reported by Brazilian outlet UOL. The Telegraph later confirmed links. Blues making inquiries through intermediaries as they plan summer transfer strategy. Manchester United are prepared to double the wages of Barcelona centre-back Ronald Araujo in a bid to convince him to join the club. The Red Devils are looking to strengthen their defence and see the 25-year-old as a top target. Araujo has 2 years left on his contract at Barcelona, and the Catalan club is keen to tie him down to a new long-term deal. However, their current proposal falls short of what United are offering, which could sway the player's decision. Bayern Munich have also shown interest in Araujo, with former coach Thomas Tuchel even speaking to the player to try and convince him to join. However, no formal attempts have been made to sign him yet, and the defender, valued around €100 million, remains an important part of Barcelona's squad. Barcelona have set a deadline of June 30th to secure Araujo's future, but an agreement looks unlikely at this stage. The player has always prioritized staying at the club, but he also wants to feel valued financially after years of making economic efforts while seeing his teammates earn much more despite his importance to the team. Man United see Araujo as a more than safe investment to strengthen a defence that has struggled in recent years. They are waiting to see how his renewal with Barcelona ends before making a definitive move. But if there is no agreement and Araujo is willing to leave, they will go all out to sign him this summer. The decision now lies with the player himself, as he weighs up his options. Araujo has grown to become one of the best centre-backs in the world and is an undisputed starter at Barcelona. However, he has faced criticism from some players and a lack of defence from ex-coach Xavi Hernandez, which has left him feeling undervalued. It's a crucial time for both Barcelona and Araujo, with the club needing to either secure his long-term future or consider a big money sale to ease their financial woes. The coming weeks will be decisive in determining where the Uruguayan's future lies. Barcelona would do very well with a big sale in the case of entering the 1-1 rule to be able to sign at least 2 players who raise the level of the team. However, losing Araujo would be a huge blow to their defence, as he is widely considered the best centre-back in the squad. Victor Osimhen's future at Napoli is one to watch closely this summer. The Nigerian striker could be a big possibility for Premier League clubs, particularly Manchester United and Arsenal, if the Italian club decides to lower their asking price. Napoli's failure to qualify for Champions League football could have a significant impact on their ability to keep hold of key players like Osimhen. The financial implications of missing out on Europe's top competition may force them to consider selling their prized asset. Manchester United are in the market for a striker this summer, with Anthony Martial set to leave the club when his contract expires. Osimhen could be a real possibility if the price is right. Erik ten Hag needs a reliable goalscorer to provide cover and competition for Rasmus Højlund. Arsenal are also looking to bolster their attack, and Osimhen has been on their radar for some time. The Gunners could make a move depending on their transfer plans and priorities as they look to build on their impressive season and challenge for the Premier League title once again. Osimhen has a reported release clause of around £110 million, but Napoli may be willing to accept a lower fee, potentially around £85 million, due to their financial situation after missing out on Champions League football. It's still a significant investment for any club, but Osimhen's age profile and potential make him an attractive target. The 24-year-old has been a consistent goalscorer for Napoli, netting an impressive 31 goals in 39 appearances across all competitions last season. However, adapting to the Premier League is never guaranteed, and any interested club would need to weigh up the risks and rewards of such a big money move. New Napoli manager Antonio Conte has admitted that there are agreements in place for Osimhen to move on this summer, unlike other key players like Kvicha, Kvaratskhelia and Giovanni Di Lorenzo. This suggests that the Italian club are resigned to losing their star striker and are already planning for life without him. Romelu Lukaku could be a potential replacement for Osimhen at Napoli, with Chelsea looking to offload the Belgian striker for around £38 million. Lukaku has previously thrived under Conte at Inter Milan, and a reunion could be on the cards if Osimhen departs. The coming weeks will be crucial in determining Osimhen's future, with Premier League clubs set to step up their interest. Manchester United and Arsenal appear to be the frontrunners at this stage, but other clubs could enter the race if Napoli's asking price drops. It's shaping up to be one of the biggest transfer stories of the summer, with Osimhen's potential move likely to have a domino effect on other deals.